When I was in uni, I decided that I wanted to build up a collection of as many of the classic albums on vinyl as possible. Pink Floyd, Jimi Hendrix, Rolling Stones, Hybrid Theory by Linkin Park. One record I was certain that I needed was Led Zeppelin's 4th album, mostly because it's got Stairway to Heaven on it. Now, I studied music tech in uni, and that had me geeking out about how all of these old records were recorded in analog and you should be listening back to them the way that they were recorded to be listened to, in analog. Part of listening to these records as they were intended to be listened to means that you've got to listen to it as a whole album, a full collection of songs. It's not as easy as just skipping a song you don't like. You've got to let it play. Or spend ages trying to get the needle exactly into the little groove, and it's just frustrating and don't bother. On this album, there's a song called The Battle of Evermore, and it's right before Stairway to Heaven, the big one that we all know. And I hated it. But I realized that listening to the A side of this album in its entirety would mean that I had to listen to the one song that I didn't like to enjoy the 3 songs that I did like. But then a weird thing happened. Because I was listening to all of the songs, I found myself actually starting to enjoy this Battle of Evermore song. And I would actually catch myself singing along to it more than I would the rest of the album, which was weird. Why on earth are you telling me about some song you don't like on some old record, you dinosaur? I hear you ask. Well, if with Persistence, a song that was my least favourite on an album can become one of my favourites, then we can apply this to finding things that'll help with your mental health. Maybe there's a coping technique that you're not sure is your thing, or it's just a new hobby or skill that you want to learn. Stick with it. Just by persistence alone, you can change your mind about something. So imagine if on top of persistence, you add in the determination that you're going to get better and going in with the mindset that you're going to make this work. They reckon it takes about 66 days for a habit to form to get to the point where you don't even need to think about it. It's just automatic. So if you had some New Year's resolution that you're struggling to stick to, don't sweat it. It might just take a little bit more time, but it will get there. It'll get to the point where it's automatic, which will make it easier to do further down the line. I also read that your taste buds can change within about 10 days. So if you ate something that you don't really like 10 days in a row, you can like literally train yourself to like it, like Brussels sprouts. So the challenge for you now is to head over to our Things to Try page. We'll put the link in the video description. Head over to the Things to Try page and find something that you want to try and stick with it. Keep track of how many days you've tried this for. Maybe that's just keeping a tally for yourself, or maybe it's uploading something to Instagram so that you're being held accountable by the internet. And yes, it is the case that everyone is different and all the stuff on there won't necessarily work for everything, but it's about sticking with something, giving it persistence, going in with that mindset that you're going to make it work, that you're going to change, and you can and you will get better.